What's up? In this video, I'm going to help you identify your superpowers. This is going to be part 3 of a 4-part series in helping you identify your core values for the vision that you have for your health and fitness. In part 1, you would have gone through the exercise of identifying what your perfect day looks like. Then you would have gone through the exercise in part 2 of identifying what your 1-year plan looks like. And now in part 3, I'm going to help you identify what superpowers you have that are going to help you along that journey to go and execute what your perfect day looks like and to go and execute within your 1-year vision. Then from there, we're going to be able to identify what you might struggle with and where you need an alter ego, more on that later, to help you create an expansive identity so that you can do what you need to do, get down to business, and create that vision that you have for yourself. If you're new to the channel, my name is Paul. I'm the creator of the E4 Fit method, where I help you align your training, nutrition, recovery, and mindfulness. When that's all aligned towards that big vision that you have for your health and for your fitness, everything goes so much smoother. So if you want to learn more about how I do that and the systems that I use, you can go to the description, click the link there, schedule a call. You'll be able to watch the video with an overview of the program, go through any FAQs, and we can chat about the program and if it's a good fit for you. So let's get into this superpower exercise. So again, you went through the perfect day and started to identify, what are some core values, what are some themes that I'm seeing here? Then you went through the 1-year plan, start to identify some more themes, some more values. And with these, you're lifting off the top of what is possible right now, what you're capable of doing. You're taking that lid off of those limiting beliefs, your job, money's not an issue, you're able to do whatever you want to do. Now from here, what you want to do is go to the superpower market and identify, take inventory of your superpowers, what you're good at already, and powers you still need. So if you're wondering where I got this concept of the alter ego, it's actually from this book by Todd Herman. And he's a mental performance coach for athletes, entrepreneurs, business people, moms, everyday people, whoever. And one of the things that he talks about is having an alter ego for skills, characteristics, traits that you might struggle with when you are in your closed, ordinary self. Versus when you're in your extraordinary, expansive state, then you have those traits. And you see it all the time with athletes. So like a Kobe Bryant also had Black Mamba. Sasha Fierce was Beyonce's alter ego. Clark Kent had Superman. Spider-Man was Peter Parker. And so you have these different suits, and he talks about actually totems, things that you can put on, things that you can touch, that put your mind in that state of, okay, cool, I'm stepping into dad. Now I'm stepping into business me. Now I'm stepping into the person who trains really hard for whatever this competition is. So anyway, so you're going through the process of essentially writing down all the superpowers. So maybe you're someone who's really detail-oriented. Maybe you're someone that works really hard. Maybe you're someone that never gives up. Just no matter what, you always see things through. Maybe you're a really good public speaker. Maybe you are someone who is able to track your macros and it's not an issue. You're on it, you're organized, right? Whatever those characteristic traits, you're putting it on a resume, you're trying to sell yourself to your boss, what are you good at, right? And just write down that list. These are all your superpowers, because being detail-oriented, being a hard worker, being someone that sees things through across the finish line, that's gonna help you on your 1-year plan. That's gonna help you on your perfect day when you're doing your workout, when you're going to bed when you need to go to bed, when you're eating how you need to eat. Right? When you're establishing those standards and setting those boundaries and adhering to those. This is where those superpowers are going to become really helpful. Now, the powers that you still need, those might be things that you struggle with. So maybe you struggle with public speaking. Maybe you struggle with squats because you've got a mental block around an injury that you had. Maybe you struggle with sprints and conditioning and cardio. Maybe you struggle with carbs and you just eat all the carbs. Not that carbs are bad, but you just, any chance you get carbs, you just can't stop, right? There's a number of different things that you can struggle with, but your alter ego doesn't struggle with those. So as you go through, you're writing down your superpowers, right? So you're detail-oriented, right? Hard worker, but then there's other things, right? It could be public places, right? You don't want to work out in public places because you're ashamed of your body and it's scary to go to the gym and have people judging you. See that all the time, totally normal. But you know who's not afraid of being in public places? Your alter ego, right? And like I said, Kobe Bryant had the Black Mamba. Sasha Fierce was Beyonce's. Clark Kent, Superman. Spider-Man, Peter Parker. So you can have either a non-fiction person. So this might be someone who you say, okay, cool. You know, I really struggle with being confident. I really struggle with stepping into my power, but you know who doesn't? Oprah. I'm gonna be more like Oprah. You know who doesn't? Serena Williams. I'm gonna be more like Serena Williams. Man, I really have a hard time just stepping on the neck of that business deal or that final workout or that final rep, but you know who doesn't struggle with that final rep? Michael Jordan, right? So you can step into an alter ego of a non-fiction person. Now it could also be fiction. This is something that I do. When I find myself in a situation where I want to be, you know, a man of integrity, a man of honor, I step into Maximus from the Gladiator because he was a man that had a lot of integrity. And you're able to start to model the characteristic traits and very clearly see, well, how would this person handle this? And this is actually something that you saw throughout the 90s and 2000s with those WWJD bracelets. The Christian faith would say, what would Jesus do? And they use it as a way to just filter their decisions to be able to say, oh, Jesus would do this, so I'll do this, right? So you could say, what would Michael Jordan do? Oh, well, he'd probably finish this workout and not quit and not leave early, so that's what I'll do. Because it's something that is inspiring to you. You're not just choosing any old fictional character. Now, you can also just have a simple alter ego that is just a random name, a random person, right? So this could be something where you really struggle with being assertive and owning your boundaries. And anytime you say you want to go out and eat healthy or not drink, your friends are coming at you and say, hey, just come on, just like have one drink, and you give in. You don't stand your ground. And so maybe Sarah doesn't stand her ground, but you know who stands her ground? Rebecca. Rebecca stands her ground. She doesn't take shit from nobody. Rebecca stands her ground, right? So from a fictional character, Maximus is a man of integrity. Non-fiction character, Michael Jordan, finishes his last rep. And if you're still with me and you're watching this and you're like, what the heck are you talking about? Just try it. Because there are so many things that we think are stupid or we think don't work. But this book, and again, if you want proof, go through the book, read the book. He talks about studies where they actually do this with children. He talks about studies where they do this with people who are able to completely change their lives because they step into an expansive version of their identity versus thinking, oh, I'm just me, I'm this small person. I can't go and expand who I am, expand my identity, and be all of these things. Be a comprehensive person. And that's ultimately what the I am statement is. The affirmation is I am this. So when you say to yourself, I am insert positive trait, and then you go and do that, that's ultimately what identity is. That is simply spinning that CD in your head of action, belief, and it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper into the core of who you are until it's just who you are in your subconscious. You don't even have to think about it because that's just what you do. You talk to any athlete and you say, hey, why do you work out? It doesn't even compute. Like that's just what I do. Like I train. You would never go to a musician and say, hey, you know, why do you like playing the piano if they're a piano player? They'd look at you like you're weird. Like, no, I'm a musician. That's what I do. That doesn't make sense. And so when you can get to that point, that's when everything becomes so much easier because it's not even a question. It's just subconscious. That's how you're going to act because you have that superpower. So take inventory. Superpowers that you have, detail-oriented, hard work, whatever it is for you. Identify the things that you struggle with and then identify alter egos, Rebecca, Maximus, Michael Jordan. This could be literally whoever you want it to be that has those characteristic traits, that has those qualities, that has that identity. Then you put on that cape, you put on that mask, you touch that totem, whatever that is, that thing that signifies, okay, cool, I'm stepping into dad mode. I'm stepping out of mom mode and going into boss woman mode, whatever that is. This is how you can use it. So that is part 3 of the 4-part series where I help you identify your core values for your vision, for your health and fitness. If you got value out of the video, share it with a friend, leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and definitely check out part 4 where we're just going to go and list out all of your core values and then find common themes so that you have a way to very binarily say, this is in alignment with my core values, this is who I want to be, I'm going to take these actions.